Hey everyone, it's Alicia White with Back of the Room Productions and SpeakerSheets.com. I am going live today mainly because I've been reflecting a lot over the last couple of weeks, and I've put the title of this as Time Changes Everything. And isn't that true? Time changes everything. We've had a lot of changes in the last couple of weeks, Rick and I, and it just prompted me to think about what to do when those changes may bring you grief or heartache or upset. Hey James, hey Jan, thank you for joining. It's so good to see you guys. Marion, thank you for joining. When it comes to time changes everything, well, first let me tell you where I came up with this quote, time changes everything. It is a quote that I got from Lambert, the Sheepish Lion, which is a prelude animation before the classic Dumbo movie. So if you've seen the Dumbo movie, then you probably remember Lambert, the sheepish lion. Lambert is always trying, to be a woolly sheep. Anyway, I don't mean to sing that to you, but it talks about, the fable is, Walt Disney put this together, and the fable is, here was this lion, and he was a little baby, and he was taken away from his mother, and he grew up with little sheep, and he was just very sheepish. He was very quiet, very demure, and then there's a scene that transitions from little bitty Lambert. Hey Karen and Pamela, so good to see you guys. Hey Beth. But there's a little transition from when Lambert is a little bitty lion cub, and now he's a big adult lion. And the transition between the animation by Walt Disney is time changes everything. And that captured me years ago when I watched the Dumbo film with my dad. Those that are just joining, I'm talking about Lambert, the Sheepish Lion, which is a prelude animation to the classic Dumbo movie by Walt Disney. And boy, hey Mary, and boy, does time change everything. I can see on each of these people that are joining here today, each of you guys who are joining here today, things have changed with you guys. Things have happened in your life that are amazing, things in my life that are amazing, but there are things in our life that happen that just suck, right? And we had recently a very good friend of mine just quit on a relationship. And I'm being vulnerable here because I don't typically like to share this information because you know me, I want to spread joy, I want to spread love. That's my purpose, right? But sometimes, hey Kim, thanks for joining. Sometimes crap happens, and I hate it when it happens. But just like Lambert, the little lion cub in the Walt Disney animation, time changes everything to now he's an adult. Well, even this relationship that soured, it's changed me. I was sad. Oh, trust me, I was sad and I was heartbroken, and I questioned, what did I do? What did I do? What could I have done differently? I know what to do differently now. And that's where the time changes everything comes in. I mean, I remember when Rick ran for city council in the city of Wiley. Hey, Alicia, thanks for joining me. And when he ran, there was so much opposition. I mean, there was this side and this side. And it was clear that, you know, they didn't want to vote for Rick. They didn't want to participate with Rick and his side of supporters. And we understood that. And boy, that was 12 years ago. And we went into it knowing full well that we were the enemy. We were the enemy. And 2 elections went by where we were just pounded with venomous things. Jim, you probably remember that. Mary, I know you remember it. And Kim, you probably do too. Where we were just pounded with lies after lie after lie. And we just kept going. We knew our integrity was in check. We knew that we were going going to rise above it. It sure didn't feel like it at times, and I'll be honest with you. And again, I'm being very vulnerable today. I usually don't share this information with the world because it was so private. But Rick and I actually fought the worst and the loudest and the silliest ever during these election campaigns because it hit here. And there was nothing I could do about it. There's nothing I could say about it. I couldn't go out and blast these people. You know, Rick is a man of honor and truth, and he's so patient and tolerant, and he knew that time would change everything. And boy, did time change everything. On his third election, the opposition turned. There were people who hated us asking for campaign signs to put in their yard. We received donations, campaign donations, from people that never supported us before. It was really interesting how time changed everything. Going forward, that's what I keep in my mind. That little quote that I can't even find it anywhere on the internet that says time changes everything by Walt Disney, or that it's from the movie Lambert the Lion, the animation that appears before Dumbo, the classic movie. And I'm holding on to that now with a broken heart from a friendship that soured. And I'm thankful, though, that I'm growing from it. You know, I'm learning from it. I'm understanding what to do differently next time. And I'll be honest with you, and it's not to just trust anybody right off the bat. And that's a hard one for me because I love most people, you know, right off the bat. You know, people are fun. Hey, there's Larry. Speaking of fun, Larry's fun. But it's really easy for me to get caught up in the beginnings of a relationship. You know, I give my heart very easily. And so I learned from this one at the age of 50. Hello, you would think I would know by now that, to put the brakes on, I remember when I was younger and I was dating, my dad said, Alicia, you're kind of like that fisherman. You know, once you throw out the rod and the reel and you catch onto something, you don't let go. You just keep pulling in. And I do. I pull people into my heart, into my life, because I want people because I want to share laughter and love, and I want to help people feel happy and feel good about themselves. And those who are close to me, I mean, Mary, Pamela, I give you what I can give you. Hey, Brett, thanks for joining. I just had a fisherman reference, Brett, and you missed it, so you'll have to replay back. Anyway, the topic is time changes everything. And I want you to know that, yeah, even if you're happy and you're going along in your day, well, time's going to change that too. Eventually you're going to be put out or frustrated or sad, but it doesn't last long. As long as you can just pull yourself up and realize and keep moving forward, then you've got it made. As a matter of fact, I don't even think about the phrase time changes everything in my happy times. I just go along like a little butterfly and say, hey, I'm happy. I'm spreading pollen of love and joy. But it's in those times of transition, just like Lambert the Lion, where he transitioned from a little lion cub to an adult lion cub, and where he was no longer sheepish as an adult lion cub, and he had to protect his mama. And when he did, he knocked a big bad wolf off of the mountain with his head like a sheep, not like a lion, because he was raised by sheep. And hey, Julie. And so just like Lambert the Lion, sometimes you just gotta, headbutt some people or things and act like a lion and roar. Now, I have to be silly here for just a minute because, like I said, one of my purposes in life is to spread laughter and joy. Lambert the Lion, when he hit that wolf, when he bump that wolf off that cliff, that wolf went, woo! And that's what you want to do with your problems. With the people who shake you up and the things that shake you up, you want to toss them over the edge of that mountain. And just remember, time changes everything. I'm glad you joined me today. And one other thought that I want to leave before I go, and that is, find the reset button for your soul. Thanks for the laughs, guys. Hi, Kelly. Find the reset button for your soul. When time changes everything, when things knock you down and things feel kind of silly and out of sorts, and I honestly think it's the eclipse coming. I really do, because there's a lot of weird crap going on right now with me. Weird stuff. I mean, weird. But good morning, Kelly. And so remember to find that place. I mean, my sister-in-law, Beth, she moved to just outside of Amarillo. And even though I'm not talking to her, I can already sense some calm because she's out of the city and she's moved to a different environment where she's placed herself in this environment where there's sky and animals and pasture. Rick and I, when we moved from the suburbs out to this little 4 acres, golly, people said we're different. We don't look and feel as stressed as we normally are or used to be. And I feel that. And it's because I find places that help me reset the button for my soul. One of those places is definitely Yellowstone, and I'm going to share that story another time, so stay tuned. In a couple of weeks, I'll share that story about how I found my huge, so there's like little reset buttons, and then there's big reset buttons. Yellowstone's my big reset button. But finding a tree, a piece of sky, a piece of land, that's my little reset button. Maybe for you, it's taking off in the afternoon and going shopping. Maybe it's massage. Maybe it's fishing. Brett, I know you love fishing. Maybe it's talking to friends. Maybe it's making a phone call instead of texting. Maybe it's actually picking up the phone and making a phone call. But find something that will make just a little shift in your day. Just find something to make a little shift in your day so that hey, Andrea, so that you can find the reset button for your soul. That's about all I wanted to share today. So there's 2 things. Number 1, find the reset button for your soul. Maybe it's something little, maybe it's something big, because there are some years where you're going to need something bigger than you've ever had before. And like I said, every year we go to Yellowstone, and that's my huge reset button, where when I go to Yellowstone, I'm totally immersed in an environment that I'm not familiar with. Even today, after going since over the last 11 years, we've gone 16 times maybe, because sometimes we go twice a year. And hey, Jerry, hey, Sherry, thanks for joining. When we go to Yellowstone, I'm immersed in all of this wildlife and an environment that I'm not familiar with. And it's a total reset button for my soul. And then when I come back home, when time changes everything, just like this past week where I had a lot of weird stuff going on, a soured relationship, it's walking around the property. It's picking up trash on the property. It's my tiny reset button for my soul. It gives me peace. I got the most peace swimming in my above ground pool. I have an above ground pool that I bought from Walmart. And I swam in it for 2 hours. I mean, I didn't like swim because, I'm not an Olympian or anything, but I floated around and I watched the sky. I floated on my back. I just got on my back and watched the clouds above me pass by. And it was nice and it was quiet. And I loved it. And it gave me everything I needed to reset the mind, which fed my soul. And that's what I want you to do. And remember, time changes everything. If you're feeling in the dumps, if you're feeling lousy, in a few days, you're going to feel better. I promise it. All right. I'm out for now. You guys have a wonderful day. And Be happy, spread joy, be kind to one another, as Ellen DeGeneres says. I love you. Bye. Thanks, Kelly. You be blessed too. Good morning, Jerry. All right, now I'm really going. Goodbye.